This is Anco TV and I'm at Elland Road for the Selby Warrington press conference.
Well, Josh, lad.
See the class? Yeah. Yeah, see what it's like.
Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for coming for the final head-to-head press conference prior to a fight that I think most boxing supporters and followers in the country have been looking forward to ever since it was first announced. I know as a journalist and a commentator, it's one which I think has got all the makings of being an absolutely outstanding night's entertainment. I'm looking forward to it immensely. Tickets are going very well, I'm told. They are still available, so we're hoping that Elland Road is going to be absolutely rammed for what could turn out to be one of the fights of the year. Promoter, of course, is Frank Warren. Frank.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here today. We're going to have a special night on Saturday. I'm really looking forward to it. We've got 22,000 people at the moment here, and we're obviously with this great weather we're having, and obviously the sun's shining down on us. I think we're going to be full to the capacity we've sent the arena out for, so there should be 25,000 people here. The majority of them will be behind this man. He's in his hometown. Josh has trained, as I know, like a demon for this. He's full of confidence. He's jumping out of his skin. I've never seen him look so fit and well. His dad's done a great job with him. And I think, as I say, we're going to be in for a special contest, a special night. You've got Selby coming into Josh's backyard. That tells you all about him. But, this is going to be, I think, a real hostile environment for him. I know you're all behind Josh. We're all looking to see him come through this, as I am. I'm in Josh's corner. And I think we're going to make a little bit of history. Hopefully this is going to be one of many fights that we'll be going to be doing here in Leeds and at this soccer stadium over the next few years.
It is going to be a tremendous night's entertainment. Kaiser Chiefs are going to be playing here on Saturday night as well, and I'm happy to be able to report that the weather forecast, long-range weather forecast for Saturday, is very good indeed. They're talking about it being north side of 20 degrees, and it's going to be open, doors open, I think I'm right in saying, at 2 o'clock. Big screens are going to be showing the FA Cup final, and there's going to be boxing from 4 a.m, Frank.
Yeah, so we've got a great card, a great undercard, some great fights on there.
Well, let me introduce the people who are here. First of all, to my right is Chris Saligar, who's promoter and manager of Leeds Selby. Tony Borg, who trains the champion, the IBF champion. On my left is Sean O'Hagan, who trains Josh Warrington, and the two fighters, of course, Josh challenging for the IBF title and looking sharp as ever, and Lee, who is an outstanding champion. I think everybody knows that about boxing. He might be facing a hostile atmosphere, but I think every boxing fan realises what a very good fighter he is, and what a big task it is for Josh to come out as the winner. Well, let's hear from, I think, probably the trainers and managers first of all. Let's hear from Chris. Tell us a bit about Lee and what you are expecting come Saturday night.
Yeah, we're expecting a tough fight. Lee Selby is in great shape. He's been away sparring in Los Angeles. We've sparring with former world champions, top prospects. He's had the greatest preparation that he can. So there'll be no excuses if anything does go wrong on Saturday night. He's in great shape, and we've prepared for a very tough fight.
Preparations, Tony, you've obviously been at the centre of that, and you talk about the people he's been in with and where he's been working. Which gym have you been using, first of all? In Los Angeles, where have you been?
In Los Angeles, we were using the Maywood boxing gym. That's a Mexican gym where 90% just talk Mexican, Spanish, rather. Then we go into the wild card. We get there for just publicity more than anything else. But all the hard work was done at the Maywood boxing gym.
Sean, you were saying before we came up onto the stage that, I mean, I know that trainers always say we've had the best ever camp, but you were saying to me, believe it really is.
Absolutely. I mean, every trainer, as you say, they'll tell you that they've had the best camp ever. What else is that you prepare for the fight in front of you. So they've been looking at us fighting like Dennis Sealand and previous fights we had before. We prepare for them specifically, as we prepared for Leeds specifically. And this camp has been so relaxed. It's just flawed, absolutely flawed. There's been no flaws, there's been no niggles. Everything's gone so smooth, very, very relaxed.
How much sparring have you done in the run-up to this? What sort of preparation?
We've done a little bit extra, to be honest with you, because Lee's got a style that requires it, you know. Let's not forget, he's a very, very good fighter. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm not a fighter. Fight's already built. He's a good fighter, and I've always said that. So we're doing a little bit more for this one. Probably in the region of about 150 pounds, 160.
What makes you confident? What do you see that makes you convinced that your man's going to take this title?
Just really like, I mean, just saying what I've, repeating what I've said really. I mean, just our preparation. We've had some really, really good sparring. We've covered every aspect of training. We've done more this time. We've thought about it more. We've gone deeper into things. But it's in such orders, you know, we've had nothing whatsoever. We've not had any kind of flaws in training. You can count on, I can count on one hand in all those rounds that we've inspired. I could probably count on one hand the amount of times it's been clean. And that's not me just saying that for everybody here to make the fight. That's genuine.
Tony, you've been looking after this fella. How's his preparations been going?
First class. It's always first class. He puts everything into his training sessions. He doesn't mess around outside of the gym. It's like it's all boxing. Preparation's gone perfectly as it always does. I think a lot's been put on, everyone's going on about how he's going to deal with this hostile crowd. He's going to thrive on it.
What makes you so confident of that? Because there's a few people here today who'll be part of that hostile crowd. What makes you so confident?
I'm not confident, I'm 101% certain the police out will go out there and thrive on hostility.
What about Josh as a fighter?
Yeah, he's a good fighter, very good fighter all round. But he's an elite fighter, he'll never develop, I believe.
So what's going to be the key in the styles between the two, in your opinion?
I'm not going to tell you, you'll find out Saturday.
Okay, let's hear from the two guys who were feisty in the pre-fight interviews, and I'm sure it's going to be more of the same today. Josh, let's start with you. How are you feeling?
I'm relaxed. Yeah, we had a bit of fun at the last press conference, didn't we? And interviews and everything else going about. But for me, I feel like no, I don't really need to say no more. You know, the last few months I've really pulled my body through well, give it absolutely everything. Every time I've gone into the gym, I give 100%. Just worked hard, constantly thinking about this is what it's all been leading up to. After all them years, after all the talk of, you know, me and Lee potentially fighting, it come down to this camp, and like I say, every session I've gone in, I absolutely give it everything. So, you know, the fans have turned out the numbers. Can't thank them enough. They supported me on this journey, and it's been a hell of a journey, and it's for them as well as me. And now I just want to get in the ring and do the business. You know, Saturday is going to be a magnificent event. It's going to be a hell of a day. We're blessed with nice weather. You know, we've got the Chief returning home, and the Kansas Chiefs playing us out just to add to that little bit more special atmosphere. And yeah, I'm ready to lift that world title above my head.
Yeah, come on, Josh.
Come on! Leeds United fan who maybe, or a non-Leeds United fan who's watching this live maybe on the net or wherever, the chief being Lucas Radaby.
Yeah, the chief being Lucas Radaby, and like I say, I feel like this is, meant to be. I talk a lot about destiny. Many years ago, well, a few years ago, we had a chance for fighting for that world title, and it didn't come off, and I would never meant to get me an opportunity again. But certainly how things have gone, anything could have happened in them couple of years. Lee could have moved away, could have been B. Things could have happened to me, but it's come round, and it's just come out how I'd always dreamed about. I've always planned it. I've always said that I'd like to fight for world title at Elland Road. It's here. It could have happened. It could have been the arena, but it's here, Elland Road. I've always said that if I had a ring walk, because I always have former Leeds player down there, whether it Rhinos or United, I'd have the chief. He's turned up, and Kaiser Chiefs have agreed to players out. It's all falling into place. All I've got to do now is get in the ring, do the business on Saturday, and win to his first world champion.
Yes!
Just how much it would mean as a Leeds boy, as a Leeds United fan, to have that IBF Champions belt around your waist when the fight's finished on Saturday night. Can you imagine that?
I've dreamt it many times, like I say, so I'm just ready to go now. I don't feel like there's no need for anybody talking on Saturday. I get to punch him in the face then, so there's no more need for the sparring. And yeah, they're just beyond dreams, especially because I've been written off like more or less since winning the British title. No one had expected me to win a European and go on. And every fight from there, it's like, Warrington's going to get found out here, but I've just carried on going, and the fans have stuck behind me. And one thing I can say, I'm very proud of that. They're very, very loyal, and like I say, we'll do this together. It was just great to be, history for the city, and no matter what happens after Saturday night, I'll always be there in history books as Leeds' first world champion. So something to be very, very proud of.
Lee, coming here as the world champion, and I think by any recognition, it's kind of walking into the lion's den, isn't it?
Well, you could say that, but the title of world champion, I should be willing and ready to defend my title anywhere in the world. It took me 4 hours up the road, 5 hours up the road from where I live, so it's not so much of a lion than to me.
And how are you feeling? What are your thoughts about stepping into that arena when, you will have your supporters, but I think it's fair to say there'll be more for Josh.
I think the supporters will, it's just another defence team, it's just another play.
And are you going into it with the mindset, as Tony said, that he's a good fighter, but not an elite fighter?
To be honest, I treat every opponent the same. I prepare myself. I don't train for a certain style or certain opponent. I train to get myself right. Whatever happens on the night, I know I've put I've done the best I can to make sure I'm ready. Whatever happens on the night, happens on the night.
How's your weight? Because you're a big lad for the featherweight limit. Are you going to be there and okay at the weight?
Of course. I've been making the 9 stone limit since maybe 2008. I've done it every time. I've never come in on the weight. I'm always underweight. I think I was 2 pounds lighter than last fight. Weight's available.
Forget me. Tell Josh what you think is going to happen on Saturday night.
Just like the previous defences and a woman for Leeds Selby.
No chance, lad. Getting dethroned this time, kid.
Huh? What you saying?
I said you're getting dethroned this time, lad.
Don't be silly.
Yeah. Well, we should swap names now, lad. It should be Josh there, not Lee Selby. In front of that belt.
Go on, Josh. What do you reckon? Anything you'd like to say to him?
Not really, like I said. I'm glad that he's prepared the way he has done. Because, like I say, he's knocked me many times over the years, and on Saturday night I've got a chance to show him, to prove to him, and not proving to him. It's all about that. It's about the world title, and it's about doing it for the city and everything else. But exactly, and it's just a little bit nicer than him. We obviously, like I say, I get to punch him face after after discrediting the fans and everything else over the years, and discrediting me. So listen, carry on with your pictures this week, Lee, with that belt and everything else, because it's staying here, pal. Once it comes here, that world title staying here.
Get in there, son.
I'm not going to instigate an argument like he's going to do. That's what you're looking for. Nonsense. I'm a humble guy. You know, you see in the first press conference, he was running his mouth like the guys in Leeds wanted to win, but the whole country are back in here and hoping I win.
What, Wales? Sorry, good.
I'm sure, like you see it every time the Box Nation or tweets or do something on Instagram, you kind of look at their phone, you see all the abuse you get. People just like it's probably one of the better fighters in the world, you know.
Is Wales even a country?
Listen, you cannot keep up fans in country, you know, from wherever, from top Scotland to bottom London. I'd rather have all these behind me any day. Best fans in country, they always support me and they always turn out the numbers. So, listen, there'll be 20,000 there, and I'm proud to have the numbers behind me, you know, 25, whatever, and, you know, it's funny, all them boys who don't want me to win outside Leeds. No one likes Leeds. The whole country. We love it. That's we love it, don't we? All the Leeds. But they've got a few more.
Bring it to the local cartel from Los Angeles gym wheeling.
We don't need any of them. This is boxing, not football. There's 2 men in the ring.
We'll see you Saturday.
Does the crowd and the hostile atmosphere which you are going to get, does that worry you at all?
When in Buckley's guns, hostile. Don't be stupid.
Has everyone experienced it yet? We'll see, won't we? We'll see ya. No, this is calm. This is calm. This is calm. Wait for Saturday.
Look like a bunch of crackheads.
I'm on a different breed.
Yeah, sheep breed.
We'll find them.
Let's get some proper questions from the floor, from the press and people who've come here today. Anything for the guys who are up here? Nick?
It's not like me to say too much. Listen, at the end of the day, we had a dream, and we're about to bring this dream to realisation. Listen, we respect you 100%. Sorry, I banged a few of your fighters already.
Everybody's seen it. Like Kawasaki did too.
I'll tell you this, Kawasaki, one of the greatest fighters to come out.
Yeah, man.
A lot better than you, kid.
But listen, I would say this, when you start the Irish League, you've been a fantastic champion with me. No, I give you full credit for that. You're a very talented fighter.
Thanks.
So, no, that is genuine.
Yeah, no, I'm joking. That's genuine too.
But from our point of view, their point of view, quite a few other people's point of view, it's been so close, right?
Yeah?
I think so.
Was it?
No,
Yeah, but he's got dental behind him, don't forget.
You know what it is? Sometimes what you want to do is turn around and make sure that he's the relevant.
Yeah, you're entitled to your
Relevant. But you know what it is? And what we should say as well is, Tony, congratulations.
Thank
He's done a good job, Lee.
No,
Fantastic
I
job.
just got married.
Has he? Oh, congratulations.
What's he called?
Well, we'll stay respectful, we're still going to bang you, but I'll say more.
Any more, guys? Any more? Come on. They're here, ready to answer questions. Shout them up.
When's colour at belt getting changed? No one.
Was that in English? What did you say?
I've punctured it myself. So when's colour at belt getting changed? No one likes red.
Next.
Any more?
Yeah, come on, Lee. Tell us what's going to happen
Let's have some
in
questions
fight,
from the
in
press,
your
please.
words.
Dev?
Dev?
Josh, do you think Lee respects
I don't even know if he knows himself, to be honest with you. You know, he takes an humble approach. You know, credits me as the fighter, and then he goes to another interview and discredits me. I don't know what his thoughts of. He'll know after Saturday night, because he'll be, you know, over the years saying I won't get to his level and I'm just an average fighter and blah 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 stuff, but it'll be embarrassing for him to be losing his title to just an average fighter, won't it? So, you know, I don't care, to be honest with you, if he respects me or not. At the end of the day, it's about that belt and winning that belt for say, and for myself, and you know, it's just a nice added incentive that, like I say, I get to punch him in the face.
Lee,
Yes.
compared to your previous 4 challengers, where does Josh compare with them? If you were doing a list of 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, if I was given a list of the names of the fighters, you'd probably have to. Well, you wouldn't pick one at the top. The last guy you pick as like the easiest defence, and then you'd have to pick Josh just to the other guys' resumes. But other than that, anything can happen.
Yeah.
Out of all the people that you have fought, do you think that you've ever fought anybody that's got like the same work ethic, the same determination, and the same like power of the fans behind? I know you say there's too many.
Probably on the same backing of the fighters, but you know they're all professional fighters challenging for a world title.
Definitely, I agree with that.
They all got the hunger and the desire. Otherwise, they shouldn't be there, you know.
Do you not think in your mind for 1 minute that the desire of this kid and 25,000 Leeds behind you, he's just going to destroy you?
What? Destroy me? Don't you? I don't get overwhelmed. It's a fight. I'd expect nothing less than people like who, if we was going to have a fight outside, I'd expect like a crowd to be around me shouting and screaming. That's what a fight is, isn't it?
Lee, there's a bit of a feeling within the sport, I think, and among the supposed experts, that this guy's style is probably not what you would choose, because he's going to be in your face and he's going to fight 3 minutes of every round, and there's going to be no chance to switch off and take a little walk and buy a few seconds, because he's going to be on you.
So some experts say that, but other experts say his style's tailor-made for me. You know, keep coming pressure, me boxing on the back foot, picking him off as he comes in. But that's a great thing about boxing. It's opinionated. It's an opinionated sport.
Do you think your style's right to give him a nightmare night?
All I'll say, John, is I'm able to adapt. When I've had the styles of like when people come forward to me, or because I'm known as a forward pressure fighter, I've always been able to adapt and do what I need to do to win. And I think that's what will separate this fighter, is how bad I'm willing to go and how far I'm willing to go. And like I said, Lee will want to keep holding his belt, but I just want me so bad. I want me so bad, and for the years and going through, you know, all the graft training sessions and the fights previous and the pressure of having the fights beforehand, just to this moment, and I'm just ready for this weekend, you know, and I'll just give absolutely everything, every ounce of energy in my body to win that world title.
How do you think it's going to end, Lee? Do you think you'll stop it? Do you think it's going to go the distance? What do you predict?
Just Lee Selby winning. You know, I'm not Muhammad Ali. I can't predict a round or anything like that. But I just see myself win. And if I didn't, I shouldn't be here.
And you can match that determination, can you? Having been, you know, you're the champion and you're trying to get up to that level again.
If you're a professional boxer and you haven't got that desire, that determination to become a world champion, you shouldn't be in the game.
Any more from the floor? Any questions for any of the guys? Jeff?
Yeah, so Carl Frampton's going to be ringside. Is that going to be a distraction? Have you got one eye on him for after this fight? Questions about him?
For me, taking the fight as it comes. Obviously, it's nice to have an idea of where you want to go for your career. Potentially down the road, yeah, a big fight with Carl. I only seen him last week, and I said the same thing to him. I said, when I get through this one on Saturday, you know, I'd like to potentially get a fight with you in the future. But all my focus and attention is on Saturday. No matter who will be there. If you get all the world champions there, what he's trying to meet. It's my mind's on Lee Selby and Lee Selby only.
Having Carl Frampton there won't be a distraction at all. But if I come through Saturday night, okay, that'll be the fight I want to go straight to next. You got a date in August, I think. I'd go straight to them.
You'd be happy going to Belfast?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I boxed there before, and it was a great experience. Packed out arena again, and I really stuck something.
And if you won, would you be happy to go to Belfast?
When I win, yeah, I'd like to take the boys and the girls on a little away day. We had a good time. We went to Berlin a few years ago, and I think 10,000 odd Leeds fans in Belfast would be a good day out.
What's the score with that one, Frank?
Well, it's there to be made, you know, for a winner to get that fight. So the fight that everybody wants to see, the unification fight. Where it takes place, we don't know yet. But let's get this one out of the way first of all. You know, there's a great series of fights to be made. You don't know how this fight's going to be. This may be a very close fight. Maybe a return, it may be a trilogy. Who knows how it's going to be? It's just all you know. It's got fight written all over it. You're going to see something special on the night.
Yeah, I mean, you've commentated, rather promoted a lot of big fights. I mean, how highly do you rate this one compared with some of the great fights you've been involved in the past?
It's up there with all of them. You know, first of all, the fight is what it's all about, and we've got a great fight. The second thing is the atmosphere. Well, look at these guys. This is the press conference. Imagine what it's going to be like on the night. It's going to be a fantastic atmosphere. It's going to be lively. We're going to have some good fights on the undercard. It's just going to be a fantastic event, and the cherry on the cake is hopefully. I'm very confident that Josh can bring home the prize to Leeds.
Josh, final message to this guy?
Final message, I'll finish on saying it's interesting to say that you listen to your prediction, Lee. Obviously, you've gone for a win, but it's interesting to say that you're not going to bang me out in this on the run and see the final bell. Obviously you'll be confident going into the ring, but there's no way that you can or would be able to prepare for what you're going to expect on Saturday night with myself and the crowd. You know, they always get said about the crowd are not in there with me, but I certainly feed off that energy. And walking into a crowd like this, it's a little bit different. We just do things different than Leeds. I'll finish on saying to the fans, in your numbers, thank you for over the years. So, and I've fed off your energy over the years. If you've been to one fight, if you've been to all of them, which many of have, since the small old shows in the leisure centres when I was last on to these big events now. Ellen Road, thank you very much, and make the noise in the stands, and I'll deliver everything else on the ring, and let's get that fucking world title.
Message as the champion, message to Josh.
I'll keep it short and sweet. I'm looking forward to making a successful 5th defence, moving on to the next one.
Sheep not no Leeds, lad.
Thank you very much indeed. If you've got anything else to say, now's the time to say it.
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
What I would like to point out is that press conference, sorry, not press conference, public workouts come tomorrow, the way. For all we do appreciate your support, what we don't want, we want to show Lee a little bit of respect. He's a world champion, he's coming here, he's given us opportunity. Let's bear that in mind. So, well, a bit of banter's okay. I'll comment here and there. Let's not get too silly, yeah? You just put that message out to everybody. Let's keep it there, show them a little bit of respect.
Nice one, Sean.
Right, we're going to be doing some photographs for the press photographers first of all here, and then broadcast media, broadcast television. We'll be doing interviews out on the pitch or in the stand, and then sit-down interviews of one-on-ones with the internet guys and the newspaper journalists who are here following that. So photographs first of all, and thank you very much.